Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the Pipeline Podcast. I'm your host today, Mr. Darren McClymans, and we're here with some very special guests today. If it will not stop looping, there we go. Oh my goodness, what happened to Lance?
Whoa! What in the hell? What is this? What is this setup?
You joined in while my thing was up, and I couldn't see where I was placing it. I am joined by some very special guests today. Let's just go down the line. And talk about. You know what? I'm fixing this later. It's fine. I'm joined by Mr. Taj Reacts, aka the sexiest member. Who said? You said, I guess. I don't know. Mr. Geek Drum's first official time on the Pipeline Lands. That's kind of crazy.
I know, right? I know,
You
right?
were on.
I think I was on before it became like the Pipeline.
That was it. Yeah, no, fully. It was, and it wasn't because of you, but our worst episode of the Pipeline, because I had that giant black screen over my thing for some reason, and I had no idea. I
remember that.
And Mr. Chainsaw Reacts, all back on the Pipeline once more. Thank you, everyone who's here and ready to talk about the Flash. Today's a very special day. Today, the Flash freaking died, bro. He's gone. He's launched out of the timeline. Never to see.
I hope
again.
he took Cecile with him. No, he left Cecile behind to run the show now. Oh god.
Oh, the spin-off show that we all really want, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I can't
imagine if they actually did that.
I would unfortunately watch it. I would hate every second of it, but I'd be like,
I would watch
I gotta do it. It's more Arrowverse. I gotta watch more of it.
You hate watched it.
I unfortunately would have hate watched it 100%. But no, this is an event that we've kind of been waiting for quite a long time. Obviously, since season 1, the end of season 1, we heard, hey, this guy's probably vanishing in a crisis at some point in time. That's pretty cool. And we've been kind of waiting for that moment. And obviously, we got that moment during season 6 of The Flash. But I feel like there were still parts of us that want to be like, it'd be cool once we actually get to that date. We get to that time where we can say, hey, it's this date. He's vanished. Now we can celebrate. So we'll actually end up talking about that a little bit and our thoughts on, it getting to this point. Got some people in the chat really quick though. Hero's Journey is here. LBM is here. Jose is here. Hope everyone is having a great day. How is everyone doing? We kind of just jumped right into things, but like how are we all doing today?
Good. Yeah. Alive.
Unlike Barry, you are alive. Yeah.
Can't complain.
We typically kind of like to start our episodes though by kind of just I like asking people, was there anything during the week that they watched that they really enjoyed? Either a TV show they watched, a game they played, a comic they read, audiobook they heard, anything throughout the week that you guys want to shout out and be like, yo, I did this thing this week and here's what I really loved. Taj, you're always like reacting to stuff. Was there anything that you reacted to this week?
It's stuff y'all watch.
All American.
X-Men 97,
X-Men 97, a great episode of X-Men 97.
Yes, 100%.
But I say that every week. Every week there's
you're a broken record at this point, but yeah.
100%. Like each week I'm just like, this is one of the greatest things I've ever seen. All right, can't wait till next week.
Yeah.
Lance, do you have any long-winded shows that you've been binging? It feels like you're always binging something.
Well, I am currently binging Chicago PD thanks to Taj. I'm mad at Taj that he did not warn me about that episode in season 4. I was not ready for that.
Listen, the show was good.
I was not ready for that. And yesterday, my dad Chainsaw gave me the opportunity to talk to Joshua Fine, and I fangirled for like an hour.
That's very fun.
That was a little embarrassing, but
You're
it was
welcome.
worth it. It was worth it.
You're welcome.
That was very fun. The last time that I got to talk with him, it was like, this guy's just cool. This guy's cool. Chainsaw has all the invites. It's great.
He revealed some stuff last night I've never heard before.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fun. Things I've been watching. You know what I watched for like the first time? Because I've been putting it off for a while. I started. I've seen Power Rangers before, Lance. I saw
Well,
a lot of Power Rangers growing up.
Is
Thank
it
you
The
very
Walking
much.
Dead? Because I know you were posted by The Walking Dead.
I have been watching that. That's
Okay.
my every week.
Okay.
I'm just like I'm season
All right.
9. It's been great. But I started the Planet of the Apes trilogy. I started the first one in that like set of movies, and I was like, this
Okay.
is so good. This
Hey,
is such a good movie.
The reboots were like the reboot
Yeah.
was goated. Like every single movie was like 10 out of 10 for me.
Yes.
I love it.
And that's what I keep hearing, that like everyone I've talked to was like, well, if you like this one, you're gonna love the next two. And it's like, how can they get better? I'm so excited to see how they can like continually.
So you've
get
only
better.
seen the first one of the trilogy?
I've just seen the first one so far. Yeah, I got.
Yeah, you are not
2 more
prepared.
to go.
Yeah.
Wait,
so
which trilogy? The old
The
ones
new
or
one.
the more new ones?
The
Oh,
new
okay.
ones, yeah.
Yeah, the new ones are great.
I think the
Yeah.
second one's the best. I think. Out
Yeah?
of the three.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Yeah, I've heard for years how fantastic that they were, how amazing they were.
And
It's
when you
just-
watch the last two, you go, "This makes sense why this guy's directing the Batman." Makes sense.
yes,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's great. Yeah.
Mm.
So excited to see where that whole thing goes as well, because we got the Penguin coming up this next year or so. But yeah, we're gonna hop in. We have a couple news stories a week. I'll be honest, it's been a really slow news week. Chainsaw, I know you run your show as well. Like, there's not been much news at all this week. I was like,
Yeah.
Deadpool.
That's Witcher season 5. That's it. Nothing else.
Yeah.
I mean-
it's been a really slow.
One of the Law and Order spinoffs is officially a streaming show now. That's news. That's never happened.
Who watches those? That's for old people.
It's
Old people.
I'm sorry. I did not know the
understand.
Power Rangers were colorful people in suits
Oh,
fighting aliens. I didn't know they were. I mean, I guess they are colorful. You have black guys. You got
Have you watched the Sentai? Like
White
people
guys.
die. There's blood in them.
you have you have Asians. I mean, I guess that's colorful. I thought the suits were colorful. That's just me though.
I remember watching it and like growing up. Like, yeah, they're geared towards like a younger audience, but like they get dark. Like, there are characters
it,
die,
toddlers.
things happen. Yeah, no, it's
yeah, Towers is
not
insane.
not toddlers. Yeah, like a younger, like 10 to 14, right? It's kind of
How
where
many
they were
Rangers
aiming.
have died on screen?
Trini?
Well, not even
Oh my
that.
gosh, Trini was so dark.
Well, not even
Trini
that.
and the newest-
Toddlers couldn't follow what the hell's going on.
That's true too.
Exactly.
It's weird. It's weird.
They could
But
barely
no,
follow
and
Blue's Clues.
I'm excited for
I
like
didn't
the
know.
next
I
kind of.
didn't know toddlers. Yeah. I'm excited.
I'm excited to kind of like, because it seems like they're aging it up a little bit, and like I kind of faded off of it because I was kind of watching other things, but it seems like they're kind of aging up their audience a little bit, so I'm excited to kind of hop back onto that.
Yeah, they said they're doing something for like every demographic. So like the older
Yeah,
fans,
that's cool.
They're gonna
That's
be doing
smart.
animated series and stuff. I'm like, I'm with it. Do it.
That's
Same
smart.
thing with X-Men 97. Like
Yeah.
that is definitely more tailored to an older audience.
The
Yeah.
people
Yeah,
who
I-
Oh,
do
it
yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
After
Kid, you
after
would've
the
been
episode
terrified.
this week, Jesus.
Well,
Yeah.
5 basically said, if you're a kid, watch out because we're not gonna warn you.
Yeah,
So
fully, and because we're all grown up now. Like everyone that
Yeah.
grew up on that show are now in their 20s, their 30s, their 40s. I saw
we're in our
today, like
30s.
literally, like while I was working, there was this like at least a 60-year-old man with a bright pink X-Men 97 shirt, and I was like, nice shirt. He's like, eh. I was like, all right, whatever. But
yeah,
it's
be
just
a
like,
hater, whatever.
I know it's weird, but you know, there's something. It seems like there really is something for everyone. Like everyone's hopping on and enjoying it. But speaking of an older audience, we got a freaking Deadpool and Wolverine trailer this week. I'm realizing I spelled released wrong. On the
That's
thing
how you
there.
spell it. In Darren's world.
Oh, yeah.
In Darren's
Yeah.
world, that's how you spell release.
Your
Yeah,
thumbnails
yeah.
are like,
Yeah.
but you're. Can I just say, Darren? Like, I've really been like admiring your layouts for this
Thank you.
live stream
Okay,
and
he's
like
gonna
your
steal it.
thumbnails and stuff. I'm not. I would never steal it. Me and Darren have
Mhm.
already talked about this. I would never steal it.
Thing is, everything I use is just on the Canva. Like you can just go on
The
there and make
Canva,
your own.
not
The
Canva.
Canva.
The Canva.
The Canva.
The Canva is for like you pay a little bit extra, then you get the
Yeah, you
Canva.
get the
Canva.
Canva.
Canva's free.
Uh huh.
Anyway, this episode is sponsored by the Canton. No, Deadpool and Wolverine. Now, obviously, we got the trailer a couple months ago. Everyone loved it. After we got it, I was like, yeah, I'm down if like this is all we got, because I feel like that gave me enough to satisfy me just to go see the movie. But it did come out this week. I didn't mean to pause on that comment right there. How are we all kind of feeling about this new trailer? Are we hyped for this? Are we ready for this movie?
Yes.
Yes.
Of course.
I mean, yeah, to the point, yes.
Did you not see me screaming in my trailer reaction? I was wet.
Oh my gosh. Everyone's wet, I suppose.
You got to know I was gonna bring a little X-rated.
Interesting. He has gold guns in this shot.
Yeah.
Are those the adamantium bullets?
Could
Bullet
be.
guns?
Could be. I'm curious to know what they were fighting before this shot here. You know, they were clearly fighting something, or they're about to fight something.
Yeah.
You know, the arms being like, it's so obvious that these arms are CGI'd. Like, it's becoming more and more apparent because he can't be outside with, you know, like too much exposure to the sun because of his struggle.
I'm pretty sure this was shot inside. I think
it was probably an inside set.
Yeah.
But it's still, they look CGI.
No, it's just
Well,
that the
no,
quality looked really good.
Rob Liefeld was on set for this, and he said that this is real, that this is no CGI shit. He was actually there when they were shooting this scene.
Okay, cool. I was scared.
Oh, yeah.
He said that he touched Hugh Jackman's muscles. Like, it's real.
Oh, Jesus.
So,
Lucky.
That is a lucky man.
Too.
One thing I have really liked about this trailer, and of course, and you know, I guess just this movie as a whole, like, obviously there's been people hating on it, being like nitpicking the ever living hell out of it. Like, there's obviously those people, but I think in general, like, this is the MCU project, I guess outside of Guardians, but in a while that feels like everyone's just kind of on board. Everyone just seems really excited for what this movie has to offer. And with Marvel nowadays, it's tough to get that. It feels like everyone's complaining about something. You don't like this project or this project or this project. It's very much like the Star Wars fandom, where it's like everything sucks until it doesn't. So I've really appreciated just the amount of hype that's gone into this. Like, it feels like on par with like your Spider-Man and your Endgame and stuff like that, as like this event movie that I think is going to be very exciting.
100%.
Yeah. Did we have a favorite like part of the trailer? Was there like a segment that you're like, yeah, this is my favorite part?
My door just opened by itself.
Oh, God. Someone breaking in?
I don't know my favorite part. I think just hope the way that the trailer flows, and there's a lot of mystery, like what happened to this Wolverine's world, and the interaction between the two characters is going to be so fascinating. Like, is Wolverine going to break the fourth wall? Like, we don't know. Like,
right?
Who knows? So
it's very exciting, and like I was saying this on a Lance's stream the other day, but I liked how little there was here. Like, I didn't feel like they gave us too much throughout this trailer. It was like, here's the bare basics. Here's the bare stuff here. Just give you a very through line of what the movie is. It's about Logan and Wade going through the multiverse, just kind of chilling together and trying to save their world. That's it. That's all we really know. They didn't show us any of the cameos, any of like these big huge fight scenes. You know, we have these like they had like the giant like car fight scene that looks like a lot of fun, but we didn't get much here, which I can really like. I think they're hiding a lot, which I think is very important.
Do we think that the helmet is like CGI'd out of the trailer?
I don't think he wears it that much.
I think it's CGI'd out at certain points, because I mean you got that would probably be like some like, I think they would do like nanotech for it or something, because in the bust that they made of Hugh Jackman's Wolverine for this, like he's wearing it. It's very, very detailed. I don't think you make a cowl that detailed for him to just not wear it for 99% of the movie. I think it's CGI'd out. I think this is like a Hulk, Bruce Banner, Bruce Banner type thing. That's what I really think that's what this is. Like,
yeah,
they're hiding it because they know everybody wants it. Like this scene, like the image that he has. They're walking up. That's with the sleeves off. He definitely would have the cowl on right here. Like,
yeah,
like you just don't have you just don't have Cuz like walking around with Deadpool with his mask on, but not
Yeah.
have Hugh Jackman's.
They might tease it in the next trailer though.
Yeah.
But they don't show him wearing it. Yeah.
Yeah, I also just think it's a thing where like Deadpool, people know Deadpool for the mask, right? Like, you know, when you see the character, you think of the mask. When it comes to this character, you think of Hugh Jackman. So I think like for all the trailer shots, all the posters, most of the posters are just gonna be Hugh Jackman, because that's why people are coming in here. They're here for more Hugh Jackman, that sexy man that Hugh Jackman is. So it makes sense to me. But again, I do hope there is scenes in the movie he has the mask on, because I do think a lot of people do like the masked shot of Wolfie over there.
It's too detailed to not
Yeah.
use it. Like it's too detailed. I see some nanotech. Like I don't see this as just a cow. Like he just like pulls back. Like I think it's like a curl up type thing, and that would fit for this era of the MCU, because they do a lot of everything is still nanotech. So
yeah,
he's not like Spider-Man who's gonna show up in his Bagman outfit. So
that'd be fun though. Where do we think this Logan is like coming from? Because it's clearly doesn't seem like any one that we've seen previously. It's not the Fox one. It doesn't seem. It's not even the Logan one that some people think is like a different Logan. Where do we think this guy's from?
This is the true old man Logan.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna try to do as much justice, because let's just face it, Logan, that wasn't the old man Logan. That was just Logan. That was an old man. I think they're giving us the true old man Logan storyline, and they're gonna substitute Cassandra Nova in for Mysterio and the role that that he played in making Wolverine go crazy and kill all the X-Men. And by incorporating like, civilians in this, and maybe on this Earth the X-Men weren't as hated, or Wolverine went even more crazy and killed some civilians or something, because they clearly know who Logan is outside the costume. So I think
that guy at the bar at the beginning says, no one wants you to get out.
Yeah.
So I think he went crazy, possibly was responsible or partly responsible for the X-Men of that world dying, and that left the civilians, what's the word I'm looking for? Vulnerable.
And maybe that's how you incorporate the cameos. You have flashbacks to when he kills them all, and then you have them haunting him throughout the movie.
Yep.
Where you see Famke Janssen, you see Halle Berry, you see James Marsden, you see them in these kind of hauntings, and then you see where he's slaughtering them all, which would be brutal to watch. But I mean, if you really want to, because it seems like narratively, tone wise, it's gonna be funny like Deadpool, but also some dark shit with Wolverine, and merging the two. I mean, you want to show all the crazy bloody shit with Deadpool for fun, but then show him massacring because of Nova, like, and then all that.
Right.
Ooh, wow, that's gonna be pretty hard to watch, but
yeah, I mean, I've always really loved like the heart of these movies. Like, I think like you were saying, like they're all the comedy is really fun, but like when Wade gets serious, when he has like these heart to heart moments, it's I think the highlight of those films. And I think throwing Logan in there, I think is going to multiply that by a whole lot. Like, I love all the scenes when he's like on his knees and he's like, oh, I can't believe, like, I'm so sad in this moment. It's like, I think I'm gonna feel that in the theater.
When he was in front of like the mass graves, and he's clearly Kevin Feige, MCU, amazing with the de-aging technology. Like I said that on my screen. Amazing with the de-aging technology. Like I looked at that, I said, "Hugh looks good." Oh, never mind, they aged him down. Dumb moment. They de-aged him.
Well, did you notice the graves look like the Sentinel dropships from Days of Future Past? Exactly the same design.
Exactly the same design. They're in the exact same as like one of the comic book panels. Like they paid attention to every single detail for that shot just to get our attention like that. So and I find it's refreshing that Deadpool, out of all people, is going to be the voice of reason to get this version of Wolverine, like back on track, because I honestly feel like they need him. Like he's needed. He might be one of those like key figures in the multiverse. It's weird that he's one of the key figures, but you possibly wanted the Logan from the actual Fox universe to be that key figure. But as long as it's, Hugh Jackman, that's cool. And then another thing I thought about, who is playing some of the other Logan that we saw in the trailer? Like, do you think it's going to be Hugh Jackman as well? Who's playing Patches?
I mean, Daniel Radcliffe. I'm watching me Daniel Radcliffe. Yeah, watch it. Yeah.
I hope he just shows the claw. Like, oh man, I'm so excited for this movie. I'm really excited.
And I wouldn't be surprised because they say Cassandra Nova is a major threat to the multiverse. I wouldn't be surprised if this story does not finish in this movie.
Oh, definitely.
And this ties into Hugh Jackman continuing on into Secret Wars.
Secret Wars. I'd be shocked if he's not in Secret Wars at this point.
He's got to be.
You don't bring him in now as Secret Wars is right around the corner. I'd be like, nah, he's done now. It's like, no, save it for the Secret Wars where everyone's here. Yeah.
People are saying that, I don't know how believable this is, but they're saying there's a reason why Tobey Maguire is back as Spider-Man. There's a reason why Hugh Jackman is back, because they're going to meet face to face in Secret Wars. You're going to have these classic cast from different eras of Marvel, from different studios, combining into the MCU for this final last goodbye. So
truly. And I think what phase 4 and 5 has actually been kind of smart about is how they've sprinkled them in. Like, it's not like Secret Wars, okay, now they're all just here, we have to fill them in. It's like, no, they've been doing the groundwork. Yeah, they've been doing the groundwork for the last 5 years. Hey, he's back here, he's back here, she's back here, he's back here, he's back here. And then when it comes, they're like, oh yeah, they're just here now. Like, we don't have to do all this groundwork. Then we can, it can be them interacting. We don't have to do all this work, which will be great.
They're saying Wesley Snipes might show up at the end of Blade.
Yeah.
Because
God, no,
the
please.
multiverse.
I don't
That's
want
who
butter
I
knife.
care the most for.
I don't want butter knife, bro. I don't want butter knife showing up. Okay, just give Mahershala, and that will defeat the purpose of people falling in love with Mahershala Ali's version.
I don't want to hear that,
Blade.
because I said that last week with the X-Men, and y'all, I don't want to hear that. I said that not last week, but a couple of days ago.
Yeah,
I said you keep bringing back Hugh Jackman in them. It's going to be harder for the new X-Men to come in and establish themselves.
That's why I think they're waiting until after Secret Wars.
Different though
to bring those in.
Bringing in old Blade, as I called him. He'd be like a pocket knife now or something. Bringing him in. First of all, vampires.
I think it's respectful.
Own age. So
we wouldn't have successful Marvel movies in any era without Blade.
I mean, that's understandable, but don't bring him in a Blade movie.
Why not?
The first Blade movie.
Yeah.
They're not going to be able to do Blade 2 before Secret Wars. They got to find somehow to bring him in.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Don't bring him in the first film. Bring him in Secret Wars or something, but not the first film. This film has already been in developmental hell.
Yeah.
For years now. Let them get this movie out. Let Mahershala take the reins. I mean, hell, who are we kidding? Mahershala might show back up as Cottonmouth for all we know.
He meets up. It's Blade and Cottonmouth in the scene together in Secret Wars.
Yeah. I'd be okay with it if it's like a Linda Carter thing where like they're playing like a different character. Like it's not like he's not coming back as Blade. It's just like. Yeah, it's like a man in the street. He's like, "Hey, dude," or whatever. I don't know, like just as a cameo.
What's his? I was like, "Hey, man, what's up?"
Yeah, that's it, and he leaves. I'd be okay with that.
He's a random vampire. He's Deacon Frost. Oh, that could actually work.
And now you're excited.
Hell no.
Hypocrite. No,
I don't want that at all.
Hypocrite.
Alrighty, we're gonna be moving on to our next one, and this one I was literally scrounging for just one more thing to talk about, just one. We had some other teasers / trailers for this week. One being for My Adventures with Superman Season 2 and Sweet Tooth Season 3. Does anyone else watch Sweet Tooth? I feel like I'm one of the only people who watch Sweet Tooth.
Mars.
A lot of people are excited for the show because of Robert Downey Jr.'s production company was involved in it. Yeah. I've not seen it. I've heard it's good, but like no one hardly watches it from what I know. So
yeah, I've seen no other people like in our space talk about Sweet Tooth. I love the first 2 seasons. I think it's such a weird tone for a show because it's very wholesome, and it's also very dark. Like you have scenes where they're like cutting up children. It's like, oh my gosh, this really has a very interesting tone. But we also had the My Adventures with Superman. I can't even call that a trailer. It was more not even a teaser. I felt like it was just
it was just a little like Superman
little promo.
clip. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, it's coming. Don't worry, it's coming.
Yeah.
Which I was wondering about. I was like, could we somehow get that season 2 by summer? And it looks like if they're putting out
think so.
promo and stuff, maybe end of summer could be when we see the show come back.
It's gonna compete with Superman and Lois season 4.
Oh, that'd be cool. That's in the fall, so we got Superman and the
You have them just air at the same day. Fuck.
Because that's what happened with the first season. Because season 3 finished, and then that show came out like the very next week. So maybe we can do it the other way around. Or
CW should air it so they could air it back to back. 2 hours,
That would be cool. But do you think it's going to be on the same day again? Wasn't it on like a Thursday or something like that?
I mean, it's Adult Swim. Who knows? I mean, if you watch it at midnight, technically it's in the next day. So,
I'm hyped for this. I want to see Cape Crusader. Like, we still got nothing.
Yeah, still not seen officially anything yet from that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I want to know what's happening with it because I thought we heard a while ago it was done, but maybe it's not because it's not out.
Done. It's done. I don't know. I'm just playing. I don't know.
It's done. It's done.
I don't know.
The voice cast for My Adventures with Superman season 2 is the same voice cast from My Adventures with Superman season 1.
Relatively, yeah. We're gonna have like the Brainiac casting, which we actually saw at the end of the season. And they maybe teased Kara as well, so maybe we could see
it's Kira. It's Kira.
We're not doing
I
this.
refuse.
I think My Adventures Superman did something really interesting with the whole like a bunch of like little cameo shit of like different items, like
shit.
Dr. Fate. Yeah. And then you have Lois see the multiverse of Lois's. And then the whole like, Mr. Mxyzptlk and everything, where you have all the different Superman and just random shit. The show is very unique in that sense.
They canonized Jamila Olsen from Black Lightning. I respect them for that.
That's all you care about. That's all you care about.
I respect it. They made an unlikable character likable in that instance. Because she was annoying as shit on Black Lightning.
Cool.
I could not tell you who you're talking about. We've
No,
had
I
this
can't
conversation
either.
previously.
Go watch. Okay,
Darren, I wouldn't be surprised if he's making this character up. This character doesn't actually exist. He's just making it up.
Do you all remember when the first person Anissa slept with in season 3?
I didn't watch what the fuck are you talking about?
Dude, it's been so long since I've watched Black Lightning in general.
Remember when Tavon died in season 3 of Black Lightning?
Nope.
I remember that because that was a big
thing.
Yeah,
I remember.
She ambushed Jefferson at the funeral.
I was crying so hard
for an interview.
I was crying. I couldn't even see the TV. So
I wasn't crying. I was happy because I thought he was going to end up playing Static on Stargirl, but didn't happen.
They were not doing Static on Stargirl. I'm telling you now.
No, not happening.
They could have.
I think Static Shock is going to happen in the DCU, but no.
Do you guys see this one gray hair in my beard, like just sticking? It's
Cameron, I have not seen either way. I have not seen any casting for it, but
no,
we'll see.
Well,
I heard Chainsaw was doing the voice.
Yeah, that's me. Hi. So the rumors that they did cast Supergirl, it's just that she didn't pop up yet. Like they do have her, but not until season 2. Because when they announced season 1, they had already done production and voice work for season 2.
For season 2, yeah. A lot of shows are starting to do that now.
Again.
Yeah, most do that.
Like X-Men. Like I don't think the break for X-Men gonna be long.
It's not. They said it's not. They already said it's not.
Well, Velma season 2 came out today. I mean, everyone knows Velma, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Did it?
I didn't watch the first season.
Season 1 and season 2 was produced back to back and everything.
Yeah.
The difference is it didn't market season 2 because no one cares, but they had to put it out because it was under the contract.
Am I racist for not watching season 1?
Yes.
No, it was trash.
Yeah, very racist.
I'm black and I watched it. It was bad.
Why are you watching trash shows?
It's interesting that they kind of dropped it all at once.
I watched like the first few episodes.
Well, yeah, because they're trying to rush it out because the contract says you have to release it. So they're like, well, there's probably nothing in the contract that we can't release it all at once. Because I think Velma was doing week to week at first.
It was weekly,
yeah.
And people were talking about it every single week. So I'm actually kind of shocked. I'm kind of shocked, like that they're not doing the weekly because, like, even though it sucks, it was doing well. Like people were still watching it, which is the sad part. So
I feel like probably the drop off was pretty significant, or at least
bad part.
So maybe that's why it was. Maybe that's why they like dropped it all at once because they had no faith in it. Plus, they didn't mark. I don't know. Was there even a trailer for season 2?
There was. Yeah.
Was
it?
They did well too.
They didn't promote it at all.
It was trending, I think. It was like trending on like the YouTube page.
Is Shaggy still black?
I don't know. Go watch it.
I don't want to.
Well, then stop complaining. Go watch Black Lightning.
Okay. Hey, are those moving blankets behind you, Chainsaw?
Moving blankets?
Yes.
I'm gonna wrap you up in a blanket.
Oh.
Throw you in the dirt. Bury you.
Little kinky.
18 feet under.
I love 2 feet under.
18.
Oh Jesus!
They won't find you again, boy.
If you need any help, I'm just a phone call away.
I'll bury you with some DVDs of Black Lightning, not Blu-rays. You're getting the CD quality Black DVD. No. I'm gonna actually record them all on VHS tapes.
Can it not be season 4?
No, it's gonna be all season 4.
That's gonna be right next to you.
All season 4 VHS tapes put into a coffin.
Wow, that's smart.
That's dark, bro.
I've been rewatching Stargirl, and I'm on season 3. Just the fighting choreography for the show is just so good. I miss it.
I wanted
only had 3 seasons, right? Only 3.
Yeah, I was watching the episode when Starman fought Sportsmaster and Tigress in the grocery store. That whole scene was just so good.
That wasn't Starman, okay?
Fake Starman.
Man, shut up. I know. It's Starman because we never go get
at that point. It was Starman.
We did get a
when the fight was going on.
Woke up. We just didn't see him wake up.
Did you just say the fight choreography sucked? You're crazy.
Were your eyes closed when the fight scenes were happening?
Right, you're crazy.
Were you sleeping during the fight scenes?
The fight choreography was the best out of every
season 2
show.
where they had a gigantic whole entire 5-minute action scene in the school
in the damn lunchroom.
Yeah, fucking amazing.
So good.
In the lunchroom.
Yeah.
That lunchroom every season just got fucked up.
That school opened back instantly too. Like they trashed the school, and it was just like,
as you do.
We're back.
So Darren, is it time?
Is it time?
Is it time?
It is time.
I have about 20 minutes.
Okay, we will speed run. We're not going to speed run, but we'll get into it. After 10 years, the Flash has officially vanished from Crisis.
Flash missing, vanishes in Crisis.
After an epic street battle with the Reverse Flash, our city's very own Scarlet Speedster disappeared in an explosion of light.
Barry, look at the date.
April 25th, 2024.
All right, that's enough of that. It's finally here. This is a date we've been waiting for quite a long time. How are we all feeling though now that it's like finally here?
I'm just surprised Candace Patton posted about it. I was like, what?
Yeah, and
Grant about that.
Grant wasn't as surprising, but yeah, that was surprising seeing Candace. Oh God, look guys, it's Wally West. He's come through the Speed Force.
Oh whoa.
It's ghetto Milky Way Flash.
He ran so fast that his mask got fucked up. But
you look deformed.
I'm glad that you showed the clip because it just reminds us how long ago that was. Because Grant looks so young. He was a young little whippersnapper.
Who's that? 2014. Jesus,
he was so hot. He was so hot back then. He was so hot.
I mean,
what's up, Sean? What's up, Sean?
No, I
me and Sean got beef.
Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. No, I mean, I'm forever going to love season 1. Like season 1 of The Flash, I think is still probably one of my favorite like seasons of TV ever. Like
probably one of your favorites.
Probably one of my favorites. I love that season so much. And the fact that I just love the environment also around all of this. Like I knew people were going to talk about it, but I think like the lengths that people are talking about it, all the social media accounts are bringing it up, all the DC people, like we have the cat, like Grant's bringing it up, Candace bringing it up. It's really fun just to see everyone kind of backing this event. I think it's really fun.
Even the Flash's Twitter account revived and posted
Twitter account, DC Instagram account.
Yeah.
Like there's so many. Like I said, whoa, DC hasn't posted the Flash in forever.
So I know.
It's crazy to see that this date meant so much to so many people. It was it was refreshing. This episode came out. I had no kids. I wasn't married. It was that long. I was living at home with my parents, bro. That's how old.
You're cool.
This how old this episode is. It was so. this date and time seems so far away back then.
Yeah, it did. It was like 10 years, right? Yeah.
That's just that's crazy. But
Now-
like to see Grant posted and all the other stuff, like that was so goated. And then another milestone episode was today as well. The Once and Future Flash episode where we first got to see the season 4 suit also aired today in 2017. So today's just like a goated. It's just like a goated day. Like
if the Flash would have lasted another year, we could have really had them crossing over with this date and airing episodes potentially.
Not with that writing.
I definitely would have been curious to see what they would have done, because obviously they already did a crisis. So I'd be very curious if they did like some kind of timeline change and then just be like, it's back somehow and we got to deal with another crisis of some sort.
I mean, I could see to where like timeline wise something happens and Barry actually gets lost in this crisis, like something happens, but then he finds a way out of it because he's already been through a crisis. But I mean, look, I would have had faith they would have at least done something hopefully interesting, because I mean the way that they kind of looped back the original Barry and everything when he got when his mom died, like that was almost perfect episode.
Perfect. I love that episode.
Yeah, like it's so good. And I have faith Eric Wallace would have maybe done something interesting I agree. It's like one of the most important things in the Arrowverse, not just the Flash, like that specific day, like crisis, what the fuck? And that changed everything moving forward. Like, what does this mean?
Right.
Yeah,
Eric Wallace was a weird one because like I didn't think he was good on like the downtime, but like when it came to like these like big storylines and these big things, I thought he did solid. Like if he was only doing crossover events, I actually think he would have done solid. It was just these like in between episodes where it's like it's Allegra and Chester, they got to go on a date because they got robbed. They robbed the bank. Like it's these weird one-off episodes.
I want to know, like, why did he think lumping together filler was a good idea? Like, what made the other seasons interesting is, and if he wanted to take that whole graphic novel aspect that they did in Arrow, when they did it in Arrow, it worked because the filler episodes still focused on Arrow. Oliver. He got it from somewhere.
He got it from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I'm just saying they did it better in Arrow.
I'd argue that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. did it better than Arrow did, man.
Still, if he got it from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., he did a crap job. Nobody cares about Allegra episode, then Cecile's crazy episode, and in season 8, the only good filler episode was the one when we found out about what's her name that showed up in that season, and that was it. So
you're saying the Bart and Nora one wasn't bad?
Well, I like that one.
Well,
like they had some good filler in season 8.
It focused on interesting characters.
Yeah,
that's the issue. Is that the bad one?
They didn't pick the right things to do. Yeah, like
I don't care about Allegra and Alexandria or whatever Esperanza. Like what? Why they're only you just got them on there and then they just ¿Por qué Esperanza? ¿Por qué? Oh man, Dios mío! I said, speak English. We don't know what you're saying, and you're not putting any closed captioning on the screen. That's not interesting.
On my TV. I don't know what's going on with yours.
I didn't have it on my. It wasn't interesting either. Like those episodes. The episode where it was Barry and Iris stuck in Star Labs dealing with some timey-wimey crap because of somebody from 2049 again, and they had all those people in Star Labs. That wasn't a good episode.
Yeah,
like it was boring.
Great episode. What are we talking about?
I don't even remember the episode y'all talking about.
That's very telling because that was in season 9.
Most of season 9 is gone except like the last 5 episodes.
When I'm the biggest fan of the Flash, and all of my season 9 reviews are me yelling into a microphone because half of it didn't make sense. That's how you know it's bad.
Yeah,
and me, I try to be positive. Like I could not be positive with half of the stuff that they decided to do.
Well, the first episode was good. Like the first episode of the season was pretty good.
I hate Groundhog Day episodes. I hated how they made Barry seem, and I get you want to plot out everything, but Barry, You already know when you mess with time, time tends to mess back. So for him to be so gung-ho on that and to be like, you don't tell your wife, oh, you're getting pregnant in 3 months. No. Yeah,
that stuff was weird.
If I knew my wife was like, if I had the power and I knew when my wife was going to be pregnant, do you think I would tell her? No, that's a surprise. That's a special moment. You ruined that. That's why I'm glad it happened earlier. And then, but he had Keon ruin it too. So
of course we had to go down the hole of talking Flash, and we had to get to all the shit in it. Come on now, let's have some positivity, guys. Come on.
We got some coming. We have some coming. Let's talk about it because we have a tier list here of. I tried to get most of the main
I gotta teach me how to make those. Like, I'm really dumb when it comes to working
you
tier
can
lists.
just go online and just look them up.
Yeah, it's easy to do.
We're just gonna have a full screen here. We don't need faces. It's fine.
That's cool. Even though my face is pretty.
I'm gonna cry about it. Okay.
Your face is not pretty, Taj.
You're a hater because Darren didn't.
You didn't even let me.
Name of
you didn't let me finish.
You're just a jealous black man, and
let's let Darren finish because it's his show. Come on, Darren, let's do it.
Darren, I apologize.
I appreciate it. So we have A, B, C, D, E. I don't know anyone who uses E, and then we have F.
Usually, like, we'll just go through this. E is like the same spot.
I know, basically. Yeah, we can just use that as one giant whatever. Some faces have been cut off here, but we can basically get to who everyone is here. And let's just kind of go through and talk about each one. I really just want to have a chance to like talk about the history of the show, our thoughts on all of these characters, and then of course inside the comments, please let us know who you would rank where. So first up, we have Eddie Thawne, which is kind of an interesting place to start. How do we feel about Eddie Thawne?
He's good. I mean, I get the point why he had to die in season 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
I kind of think him dying probably helped his character because he didn't he didn't have time to get bad really. Like, yes, he came back in the final season, but we loved him from the season 1 writing, and then he was gone.
Well, what could they have done after season 1 besides what they did with him, kind of just sporadically?
That's true.
You know, so I mean, I would say
Eddie D is insane.
I would say B.
B. That's what I was feeling too.
I think B's fine. Yeah.
We're feeling B. Alrighty.
Yeah,
that's fine.
All right, next up we have Frost. So we have 3 different versions of Caitlyn on here. So we'll just talk about all of them.
All right.
Oh, we already know where that other one going.
In A?
Okay, Frost. I feel I feel like she's had a very interesting roller coaster ride through the season. Like I think she's went through phases of being good, phases of being kind of mid. I'd say there's phases of F tier with her character. Where are we kind of feeling currently?
C.
Yeah, I was just about to say C.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you got a good point. Because there are some really good moments, but you got to think about everything. The thing is, with Eddie, it's kind of easier since he has way less stuff. But there's some
right.
I mean, Frost being the reason why fucking Chill snores in this show, I hate it.
Oh gosh, I hate him.
Chill Snore is a better name than Chill Lane. I like that. I'm
Chill
still
Snore. So I would say C for Frost, and we already know where Chill shit's going. So
I can definitely see it because there's times where just the way they would write her dialogue and just write her character where it's this is some of the worst the show has been. What they've done with some of her character. But then you have season 3 stuff where I thoroughly really enjoyed her. So I'm definitely okay with a C. C feels okay to me.
Yeah.
We have Gypsy. I miss Gypsy, man.
My baby girl.
After she left, I really missed her. I did think there was a whole inside of the show that they never quite got back.
I agree. They tried to replace her with Camilla.
Camilla was okay, but she wasn't Gypsy.
I'll say this: I completely forgot about Camilla. She's not on this list.
Oops.
I mean,
well, she wasn't a main character, was she? Or a big character?
No. She was only a little bit though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Less than Eddie, so it makes sense why she's not here.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care where you guys put her. I don't really have too much thoughts on her. I mean, she was okay.
For what she was in, I'd say a B or C. I really enjoyed her.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I think she was really a fun way to like further like the multiverse and stuff like that. Like you just kind of have this character out there, and then when you need a multiverse kind of character, you bring her in. She's dating Cisco. I always said, and this is a bit of a hot take, I kind of wish they kept her around for when Cisco left, because I thought that would have been a really nice way to write him off. To be like, oh, he has to go like through the multiverse, and that's why he's not on the show right now, because he's on Earth, whatever Earth she was on. And then when you want him back, and want her back, you just, oh, they came to visit or whatever.
Yeah, that would have been better.
So yeah, I think she's solid at B. Julian Albert.
F.
What? Really? F.
I didn't
C.
care for him. I'll be completely
C.
honest.
See?
C. Yeah, I would say C. I mean, you can put him at D too. I mean, look,
Yeah, I was about to say split the
it was
difference,
cool
put
to
him in
see
D.
him. It's all just leading to Savitar. So really,
Yeah.
they could have had anybody cast in that role. I think,
Before my greatness.
I think like I never liked him in the show, and I never really had a passion for him. But I think retrospectively, if he was still around towards the end of the show, I do think he probably like. I think I prefer Julian over a lot of the new characters.
oh
that
yes,
we've
100%.
got.
I
Easily.
prefer
Oh, definitely,
Julian
easily.
over
Yeah.
fucking
Allegra.
Chester and Allegra shit. Yeah.
So yeah, so like I think like retrospectively, I did really like. I was like, oh yeah, I probably would have preferred if he stayed around over like Chester
Yeah.
or something like
Yeah.
that. But yeah, I'm okay with D. Like I don't have any like grand feelings on him or anything.
I do.
Okay,
Okay.
next one.
Just put it F.
Just put her in F. Delete her. You put Camilla in her place.
Put F.
God no. Jesus. Put an X
Okay.
over her
She
face.
deserves a trash can emoji tier next to her. Please. Oh my Jesus.
Did you add
Christ,
an
I
extra
hate
tier
this.
called trash after F?
Yes, like oh my gosh.
Okay.
Well,
To
I'll
play-
be fair, she was okay like before she became a main
season one.
character.
Yes.
No,
I
I
would
she was
even-
on in season 3.
Yeah, like that's kind of what I was gonna say. Is I
Yeah.
actually thought she was a solid supporting character. I
Mhm.
didn't have any strong feelings for her, but when she came up as like the lawyer character within the show, I thought she was pretty solid. It's when she got upped to a series regulars when I started to see the problems, and then it was really like when she got really bad for me. It was like season 8. I think season 8 and 9 was like almost unwatchable at point for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say she's my least favorite character, so I probably would put her in F still.
She
But
can go there.
just to kind of
Please.
play that other line, I think so. Are we all with F then?
Yeah,
Yes,
just
please.
F it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
All right, cool. We have Captain Sin. Don't have much
B.
feelings on this one, but
B. I'd say B.
B.
Yeah, I like him.
Are we all on B?
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's good.
Alrighty. We have H.R. Wells. I know his head just got straight cut off there.
I was definitely
Um,
gonna ask who that was.
I kind of figured it was a version of.
It's Jitters.
yeah.
It's just Jitters coffee at the character. Where are we thinking with HR? No, there's obviously going to be a lot of different versions of Wells here because we got a couple through the
see-
years. But
I put him in B because he was the funniest Wells, if you ask me. The funniest one. And
I think
he-
Harry was funny too.
Yeah, I mean,
Harry
he
was
was.
funny.
It was his humor. It was the type of humor he did. But I'd say B because Harry HR worked his ass off to become like to feel like
Yeah.
part of the team, and like making the ultimate sacrifice. You're at least like B tier. He made the
Yeah.
ultimate sacrifice even after he realized that he messed up, so he went to fix it. I mean, he was that dumb to get himself killed, but he went to fix it. So
Yeah.
Mm.
yeah, I remember there being a lot of hate for the character, like when the season was airing. But I think like by the end, I really did like HR, and I did think he really like stood out like from all the Wellses as like one of people's favorites.
Yeah.
I'd probably say B as well. He's not my favorite Wells. There's definitely ones I put above him. But I thought he was a very solid character, and I think he fit very well in like the tone of the season. Like from what they were saying, like they made this version of Wells because the season was so dark, and they wanted a character to kind of balance out that darkness a little bit. So it worked. Next up we have Iris. Now
Oh God.
I wanna disclaim a little bit of nuance here because I know like this character is very, you know, whoever you're talking with in the fandom, I feel is going to have a different take on Iris and where they're kind of feeling with this. So I do want to. How do we feel about this in a respectful manner? How do we like this character?
Not really, but I mean, at the same time, she played a role. Like, she had a role to play in a lot of the storylines. So,
I never had a problem with Iris.
I would say if you want to be
lying.
If you just want to be honest, I would say C. Because there are some bad stuff with the character, like really annoying shit. But there's also some moments where it wasn't horrible, unlike Felicity over on Arrow.
Right.
Name some bad Iris stuff?
Season 4.
Not her fault.
Doesn't matter.
Why was it not her fault?
The character still was terrible.
She wasn't that bad. The season in general was terrible.
Well, yeah, in general.
Okay,
but
that's
the
not
thing
the
is
point.
that there's still moments of the character that is just very frustrating to watch as a viewer. But I'm saying C. I'm not saying F like freaking Cecile.
Like season 5.
There are people there would be people that would put her in F because of the shit that
I don't think she's that bad.
Yeah, so C.
No.
Yeah.
I say C as well.
Yeah.
I think I could agree with C because again, like she is a character that I think has such range. Like season 2 Iris was one of my favorite characters. Like I think
she was really good in season 2.
She was so good. I think when they understood Iris, she was great. But it felt like each season we were kind of starting back at the same spot where we're like, hey, we want to give more Iris stuff outside of Team Flash. And we're like, okay, we're really doing that at the beginning of the season. And each season they like went back to the start of the line and be like, well, she's just part of the team again, and we're not giving her much to do. And she definitely was kind of frustrating over the years, but I loved her when she was great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think C is kind of what most people are saying, and I think I would agree. Just that kind of middle spot for Iris.
That's fair.
We have Joe West.
A, 100%. A. No, A. 100%. Joe's A character.
He should be S tier.
Season 9 Joe was F because he turned into a little bitch and got scared and decided to run away.
Still A.
I'd argue Joe is. I think it's kind of funny. I think he's the most consistent character, and I think that may just because like they didn't give him much in the later seasons. Like after like season 4, he did kind of like disappear into the background, and some of that was the actor's fault. Some of that was just like he couldn't be there for a lot of it. Some maybe the writing, but like when he's here, he's an A character for me. Like even when he's just there to give his speech, it's a goddamn great speech. It's amazing.
He always knew how to give a good speech. Yeah.
Yes.
When he yelled at them for wanting to kill Thawne.
That was pretty funny.
That was hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, Sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I can't wait to hear what Chainsaw has to say about the next pick.
Who is that?
Oh, that's Wally West.
Why?
Kane Lonsdale.
Wait.
I think I just got a photo.
What do you think? Okay, what do you think I'm going to say about Wally?
D.
No, Wally's at least a B character.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna put him in D.
No, Wally's B.
I mean, I'd have put him lower, but that's just me.
Wow, Chainsaw, your own kind. Wow.
You just called me Chainsaw.
He sure did. He's an idiot.
He said his own kind. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I'm definitely not your kind boy.
You're my dad. What?
That's true too. But anyways, I'd say B for Wally. If you want to say C, that's fine because there are some things they did with Wally, like what the fuck are they doing with the character? But
you mean this whole attitude at the beginning?
Well,
that was annoying.
That's understanding because, like, you know, he's like, "Oh, I have a dad. What the fuck?" You know, I get it.
Yeah,
that's not.
What do you expect him to be like? Oh, hey, dad.
No, my thing is that's not that wasn't Joe's fault, but that's a conversation for another day.
But it doesn't matter to him. He's still a kid, and he's still making it that it's his fault.
He was
you know
18. He was
acting. Doesn't matter.
12.
It doesn't matter. He grew up thinking that he didn't have a dad, and all of a sudden now you have a dad. How the fuck are you going to act like? Like, how are you going to respond? Probably the same way.
I mean, that's fair because I just found you, so
yeah. So hush your mouth, boy. B.
Yeah, I think like I had problems with how they used the character, but I never thought it was like the character's fault. Like I never looked at Wally as a character and was frustrated with the character.
Probably the writing's fault. Yeah.
Yes, I was mad at the writing and how they were treating the actor and stuff like that. Yeah, I'd probably say B too. Like I'm looking above. Like I probably like Wally more than the characters in C at the moment. So I'd say B. Everyone's
Who's
okay
better
with
on
B.
Legends?
All right, let's just
All right. That's
Uh,
Mrs. Keown.
E.
Man, F plus. Get that out of here.
Or or you can
F.
put her in F. I don't care. I mean, I don't think she's as bad as Cecile, but my God, you know.
F. Yes, she is. She was annoying.
Yeah,
as hell.
she can go.
I kind of take back. I think Keown might be my least favorite character, actually. Now I'm thinking about it. Because
then put her in F. Who cares?
I think like it was very frustrating for me because I do think that's kind of the point that the show really broke for me. I think killing off Caitlyn, like Joe not being on the show in the final season, and also kind of killing off Caitlyn, that kind of just like permanently killed the show for me. Because it's like, who on the show do I have left that I actually like? Who's left on the cast? Barry and Iris. That was kind of it at that point.
Chester.
Chester
was okay at times. We'll talk about that when we get to him.
Easy on this list. I don't see Chester at all.
Did I forget Chester?
Yeah, you forgot Chester. Yes, you fucking did, dude.
You forgot Chester, but you got Allegra. That's crazy.
Wait, where's Allegra? Where's Allegra at?
She at the bottom right there.
She's at the bottom.
Oh,
we can talk about
Chester.
him at the very end.
You forgot Sue Dibney.
I did. Well, I mean,
who cares?
I did remember Sue Dibney. I was like,
I loved her.
Okay. Let's just. We don't have to talk about the next character. Just put that little shit in F and move on.
Yeah, put him right next to Keown and Cecile.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't disagree. And what really sucks about this character is the actor is good. Like every time I just hear him talk about the show.
No, I'm kidding.
Like when he's just like in a room talking with people and doesn't has that little stupid ass shirt on and he's not like half naked with freeze powers. Like when he's just a guy, I think he's solid in the show. And weirdly enough, still one of the best characters. Like that's how bad the final season was. Where it's like I kind of like him more than some of the others, but no, he's still F tier. I would agree with that.
Yeah. I think Lance has to leave.
Okay, Lance, if you have to leave, go for it.
Yeah.
See you next month.
Hopefully, I'll see you Tuesday.
No, you won't. No, Darren's taking another hiatus.
Yeah, I know. But thanks for having me, and happy Flash Day.
Happy Flash Day, buddy.
Happy
See ya.
Flash Day.
Can I leave? Can I leave, Dad?
Yeah, you can go. Go ahead.
Okay. Please do not do it.
I won't do it.
Did he leave?
Is he gone? Is he gone?
He's gone.
Who the fuck was that guy?
I forgot that I was the only one that could see him. I was like, oh,
no,
yeah,
that's okay.
Don't know what's going
on.
All right, next up we have Linda Parks.
Loved her. Wish we got more of her.
Yeah.
Barely in the show. Was it like one season she was in or something?
She was in season 1 and then like the first
a little
half
into
like season 2. Yeah.
And then was it a doppelganger that became like
Dr. Light? Yeah.
And then she's just gone forever. Yeah.
Right. She just vanished.
Yeah. I would say C. I mean, she wasn't terrible, but she also didn't have a huge role.
I liked her more than Iris and Frost.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, she didn't have a lot to do.
She could be a high C.
Yeah, can you put her above Frost?
Yeah, you can put her above Frost.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah,
better.
Yeah, that's solid. I really enjoyed when she was on the show. I think she worked. Like, I know there's definitely a lot of people that don't like that they made her like a love interest for Barry, and I think that's fair. But her time on the show, I thought was solid. I always thought it would have been fun to kind of bring her, but because like in the later season, they tried to bring in characters for like Iris to have like like at her job and stuff like that she could work with. I always thought it would have been very cool if they could have brought her back in that role.
Right.
But it
would have been better than having Allegra and the annoying staff that she had.
Yeah, I don't disagree. But yeah, see, I don't have much else to say about her.
Yep.
Marty Stein.
It's I want to put him in A, but like,
yeah,
he wasn't in the show much. I would say B.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Probably
Martin Stein,
above everybody except for Eddie.
Yeah,
probably.
I was about to say yeah.
I can agree with that. Martin Stein is, I think, my favorite Arrowverse character. But like the thing is, like that happened on Legends though. Like while he was on the Flash, he was an asshole. He wasn't like, but like I liked it. Like looking back at the show, like when I'm rewatching, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot he was on the team and he was a lot of fun as like that other scientist type character within the crew.
Yeah.
But also, when you have all these other like scientist type characters, what ultimately is his role there? Like he's just like the old one. You know what I mean? So he's fair. He's fair. All right. Next up, we have this loser Barry Allen. No one cares about this guy.
Barry.
Who the?
I mean, he's obviously above Joe A tier. Like he's, you know,
Yeah.
you can't not put him anywhere else. Even though you cut half his head off.
No, he got brain surgery. He's just going off without a head. Yeah, I think I would agree with A. There's definitely like there's a lot of times where like the writing doesn't serve Barry amazingly, but like he's always still a fun character to watch. Like I never think watching Barry's like he's still always the best part of the show, I feel like. And he feels like Grant Gustin never pulls punches when it comes to Barry Allen as a character. Like he always does a great job, and I think today has proved how much Grant Gustin's Barry Allen means to people, and how much, even though the show isn't always the greatest, people still love Barry or Grant Gustin as Barry. So yeah, I would agree with A. Grant carried the show. I would 100% agree. Grant carried again. Like no matter how bad the show was.
Season 3, I agree.
Yeah, like I do definitely have. Like I do wish Barry would have grown as a character a little bit more throughout the show, because like I would agree. I think like post season 3 he doesn't grow as a character. He's just kind of like the same Barry Allen from start to finish, which isn't always a bad thing, but it's kind of the truth as well. All right, right next to each other we have Eobard Thawne.
A.
I would say like B. I think they ruined them because they just kept bringing them back, and it just got worse over time.
You're right. Like, it's tough. No, it's tough because I always love like him when he's on the show. Like there's never a point where I'm not entertained by Thawne. And I do think for the majority of the show, up until like season 7, I think he was always great. Like the character was always a fun time to watch. I don't know. I think if we were ranking villains, I would 100% put him in A. I'm thinking maybe B.
Okay.
Taj, where are you at?
I'm at like B.
Okay. 2 B's, 1 A. All right. Let's put him high B though. Like let's put him like in front of
because
Eddie,
if we were ranking like how high he would be like just as the villain for like a main villain, obviously he would be like S tier because season 1 is amazing. But
yeah, no, oh yeah, like we're just talking about the first couple of seasons. It definitely yes. All right, next up we have Sherlock Wells, the what freaking 4th or 5th Wells that we got throughout the show.
D. I didn't like this Wells at all. Not really.
Yeah.
He's a D. D.
It's what I think is so crazy though as well. Like I still thought Wells, even though this is I think easily my least favorite Wells, like by a lot.
Oh my gosh, my stomach is growling. I'm hungry.
Even though he's my least favorite by a lot, I still thought he was the best part of season 5. Like I thought I was such a huge not a fan of season 5. I still thought Wells carried that season.
Yeah.
But like at that point, I just kind of felt like they were just doing the gimmick a little bit too much. Like I felt like at that point they should have just stuck with one Wells. I think it should have just been Harry season 4 onward. But yeah. I think I agree with D. I was just like, he's fine. It's whatever. We have Nora Allen. The first Nora Allen. No, second Nora Allen. I'm sorry.
No, I would say this. I think this would count as both. Yeah, well, I mean, I know what you mean, but like, the original season 5 Nora and then the new Nora.
Yeah. No, I mean, I meant like the mom Nora, and then I was like, oh, that's.
I was like,
we had 3 different Noras.
Yeah, I would say C.
Yeah.
Because season 5 wasn't great, but then I think they did a better job with her when they brought her back sporadically. With a new version, like a new timeline version of Nora.
Yeah. Oh no, I certainly agree.
I'd go B, but
I mean, I would put B maybe above Sing and Gypsy, maybe below Stein. If you're gonna put her in B, yeah.
Yeah.
I think overall she was a better character than Wally.
Yeah,
I think she's more. It's tough because she was there more than Wally. I feel like she was like in the later seasons she was just there a lot. I did not like her in season 5. I thought season 5 she was pretty bad, and then I think they nailed just bringing them back sporadically as these like 2 to 3 times a season. I think did that character wonder because it didn't just have to be like, well, what do we do with her this week? I guess she's knocked out again. Whatever. I would unfortunately probably agree with C. And I think we're having a pattern here. I feel like maybe the show didn't do a great job at writing its women, which is unfortunate because I think they're all great characters. It's just they didn't always know how to write them, I suppose. Nora acting like a kid when she that it got a lot sometimes.
They should have just made her like 16, 17 years old. I mean, Jessica Parker Kennedy looked really young for her age at that point.
And she's older than Candace and Grant.
Right, and she still look younger than them now to this day.
Yeah. Adult Nora. Mom Nora, I guess, would be our next one here.
B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Above Wally though. I'd say between Stein and
yeah, like Stein and Eddie.
Yeah, Stein and Eddie, maybe,
Yeah, because like this version of the character, at least, and Nora, like as a mother, didn't just kind of like the Eddie thing, didn't have a chance to get bad. Like, there's definitely things with like the Speed Force, which I don't have on this list or anything, but like I hated that character. I thought that was really bad. But I think just prime Nora Allen in just the bits of season 1 that we saw, and the flashbacks and stuff, in the little bit of season 9 that we saw, I thought she was always a nice, just kind of. Just his mom, so nothing to really ruin. Next up we have Jay Garrick.
I'd say B.
Yeah.
B?
I would say B, probably below Stein though. Between Stein and Gypsy, I would say.
Yeah.
Definitely better than Gypsy, but I think Stein's a better character. But I love the fact that they got, John Wesley Shipp to do it. I think that helped it, was having him do it.
Yeah, I think I would personally put it in A, but I'm totally also fine with B. Like, I can't think of a Jay Garrick moment that I'm like, oh, I don't like this character. Like, I think he's always kind of up to par. He's always a fun time, and like he's not overused as well. Like, I feel like he's a character you could definitely overuse if you do it too much. But like, again, his 2 to 3 episodes a season. He's always a pleasure to have around. Obviously, we have like alternate versions of like the Jake, like the like John Wesley Shipp character throughout the show and stuff like that. But yeah, B's I think is a solid place to put him. A or B, yeah, I would agree. Next up we have Hartley, the Pied Piper character.
I don't even know.
D.
Really?
I don't like him. I mean, he's okay, but like honestly, in season 9, I'm like, why is he here? I know because other actors probably not available, so like I'll just get him, I guess. I don't know. Really? It just felt like, I mean, at first, like, okay, interesting, but I just didn't really connect with him.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, but you put him wherever you want. I don't care.
But that also goes to us not really having him long either.
Sure, no. I think most of my I always wanted more of him because I always thought I did really like him on the team. Like, I was one of the people that were saying I think after Cisco left, I think it would have been really cool to bring him in. So maybe it's just like my image of him throughout the show, just wanting more of him. You said D?
I said D, but you can put him wherever you want.
Taj,
I would have. I liked him more than Sherlock though, so I don't know. Yeah. Maybe like a high D, C, something like that.
Put him in low C, below Nora. Yeah.
Alrighty. Sounds good. Patty Spivak.
I'm biased, so I can't give an opinion. Okay, are you biased for or against?
I'm biased for.
Okay, I'd say B. And the fact is, the actor got screwed over because
she did.
The fact is, a certain showrunner who was fired and shit threw her out because she signed with another show, but she could last until the rest of the season. But he's like, no, we're done with you.
I'd have
So-
said A, but that's just me.
Well, of course, you're biased. I would say B. It
I
probably.
thought she was a great character, and if she would have stayed longer, I think she would have been even better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she played her part though. Like, season 2, yeah, I would have liked to have seen her more in season 2, stayed longer.
How do
But,
y'all
like-
feel about that comment right there that Ray said?
Uh-oh.
I mean,
You
want to get some controversy.
I agree if you're going in that direction, but
I mean, I think they both had chemistry. Like, I think Iris always had to happen. Iris and Barry were.
Oh, yeah, I'm
always
not
going to
denying that.
happen. Yeah, but I really enjoyed their time while they were on the show. While they were a couple, I really did enjoy them, and then I got to enjoy the Barry and the Iris stuff later on.
If they would have kept Eddie around, I bet maybe Eddie and Iris would have kept dating and shit or something, and then Barry would have dated her for a bit. And then,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I feel like that would have been the direction.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
I was expecting her maybe to come back at some point. I was hoping.
Yeah, I mean, Eric Wallace said he wanted to during the final season, and like, I don't know, the whole thing where like, oh, they wanted Patty and Eddie, or like Patty and Julian to date, and I was like, I don't know if I would have wanted that. That doesn't seem up my alley, but
that's weird. Two characters that have never met. No.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I think she served her role on the show well, and then
like in the comics, I think she gets powers. Like, why did they just do
like
that?
A superhero.
Hot Pursuit. Yeah, I would have watched
the.
I would have watched the filler episode with her. Everyone loves her, and people would have been shocked. Like, oh my gosh, it's Patty.
Yeah, I mean, there's an episode. The Luck episode in the final season. Swap that out for like a Patty episode. Like,
yes, exactly.
Whose idea was that episode? I don't know. Like,
whoever's idea was, he should be fired
immediately.
Yeah, that episode was garbage.
They should have been fired for writing.
It was more garbage than that Lance Geek Drums channel. Jesus.
Uh-oh. Next up we have Jesse Quick.
C.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Well, you think I was gonna go lower or higher?
I was gonna say B, but
I mean, you could be low B or I don't care.
I loved her.
I think she was cool, but I feel like they underused her. Like, they like once she got in the suit, oh cool, and now she's gone.
Yeah. There was clearly like I think these shows did that a lot, where like, oh, we're going to bring in these characters as full members, and then I realized, oh, we don't have the money or resources to do this thing. Like Ragman did that on Arrow, where they're like, oh yeah, this guy's gonna be cool, and I was like, oh, we don't have the money for this. I would have liked to have seen her more. Like last time I saw her was the Flash Time episode, which is a great episode. Love that episode. And she never appeared again. Like her and Harry died off screen during Crisis, which
is so stupid. I'm sorry. It's just so dumb.
Yeah.
Like, you would think Oliver would have known how much they meant to Barry and just would have put them on Earth One or something. Like,
yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah, I think it should have been Harry over Nash on Earth Prime for a while. Like,
I mean, but Oliver made a couple side-eye decisions when he came to rebooting. Because where was his son's mom at?
Yeah.
Busy on another show.
I get that, but still, they could have mentioned her.
Right. Yeah, I'd probably say looking at her.
Oh man, you ain't put Bart on here either.
Oh my gosh.
I think we know what's going on here. Darren is secretly saying something without putting.
No.
We know
no.
I wouldn't say that ever. Never. What?
We'll talk about the end. I promise. Jesse Quick. I'd personally say B. I think I really enjoyed her time on the show. I just wanted more of it.
Yeah.
Oh, this one hurts me a little bit. Caitlin.
I would look. I would. If we're talking season 1, like early on, Caitlin, A. But unfortunately, it just kept getting really bad with Caitlin over time.
After season 3, it was a wrap for Caitlin.
Yeah.
I understand the point. They wanted to keep the actress, and she wanted to stick around, and she wanted to be on the show, but they just were losing shit. I would say, to be nice, C.
Yeah.
Yeah, because yeah.
I think
there's
Sorry,
still some
go
good stuff. There's still good stuff with Caitlyn, but the problem
Yeah.
is there's a lot of just like mediocre to bad shit with Caitlyn.
yeah.
But do her good seasons like outrank the bad stuff though?
Because those good seasons were so fucking good.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. That's why I was
Yeah,
going to go
I
like
think it does.
B
But
or
you also
something, but I don't know.
but you can't put her in B.
No.
I feel like that's just being too nice.
Yeah,
That's true.
I'd say she's kind of in the same area as Iris, where it's like she has really, really good stuff, and then you just give the most nothing content from that.
I would say she's between Iris and Nora, or maybe between
Yeah.
Frost and Nora. I mean, I don't know.
I say
It's-
Frost and Nora, or put her at the top of C.
Yeah, top of C is fine. Yeah.
Yeah. I said for years now. I kind of think she should have been left in either 3 or 4. Like I think they should have done the whole Killer Frost story, and I think Frost should have died. Like I think they should have died at kind of the same time.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And so you have a final send off with her as well, and
Yeah.
Frost at the same time. Gotcha.
Yeah, so like maybe like
I
she
mean, yeah,
sacrifices
'cause
herself to like
Then
take down
she
Savitar.
would
or
have probably
something.
been a character if they would have pulled that off. But instead,
Yeah.
they kept her around for the whole entire show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think she kind of has to go in B as well. So we have
Yeah.
H.R. Wells, which
From
Is-
Earth 2.
Yes,
Oh, that's
A.
A tier for me.
A
Yeah.
tier. A. No
He's the
question.
best Wells.
Yeah, the best
easily.
Wells.
Yeah.
No question.
Timeless, I did not put on here. I didn't think he was on here enough to include Timeless Wells, and apparently I forgot to put Natch Wells as well. But
Well, we know
Yeah.
why he's forgetting some other people, but we won't talk about it.
no,
Yeah.
I think Harry.
Jack's not on here either. Jeez.
See,
Jackson-
there's something up with this, you know.
I think Jack said like 2 episodes. Jack said like 2
You know who
But-
else isn't
but-
on here?
But
You know who
so
else
did
isn't on
like
here?
Ronnie and stuff like that though.
You know who else isn't on here? That's very important. Goldface. What the fuck, man?
Oh no, we can leave him off. It's okay.
No. There's a bias going on here. We know what's going on.
Listen, in this case, I'll let it be.
Let it be. All right. Can we just not talk about this next thing?
A thing is crazy.
Yeah, I don't like.
Can we
I
just
don't-
put her in F tier and move on?
Yeah.
And I think
I have
and okay.
I have
here's
nothing
the-
against the actress.
she is
but geez.
she's not as bad as Chill Snore, so put her above Chill Snore.
Yeah, I'd say she's the best in F currently.
That's not saying much.
Yeah, that's not
No,
much, yeah.
like I felt like each year I tried to give her a chance. Like each year I was like, you know what, maybe this is the season where they finally turn me around on this character.
Nope.
Maybe now we can finally like, because I felt like Eric Wallace is so passionate about this character, right? He created her in the comics, right? So like obviously there's a reason why he keeps bringing her back. Maybe they'll finally use her properly, and I felt like that just never came. It just
No.
It never happened for me.
You know you don't care about a character when they really try to make you care so hard about her family and shit. And when her cousin died, you're like, thank God. So
Yeah. I'm happy I wasn't
Yeah.
doing reactions in season 7 because I smiled at that episode. I'm not gonna
no,
lie.
I had a good time with that. Like, yes.
Yeah, no, it just never worked for me. It should just, I've said this on here so many times. I think like the Flash had a cast problem, and again, it's nothing about the cast itself. Like clearly,
they needed people to fill the screen time, unfortunately.
yeah,
Mhm.
and like they didn't make, because Barry didn't know these characters, not really. Like we
No.
never got time with like where he's bonding with the rest of the crew. They just kind of were there to fill the spots that the old ones had, but they
Yes.
didn't take the time to make us care about him. They just kind of slid them in as if nothing happened, and it just didn't work
Allegra felt
that.
like a character they were trying to like replace Caitlyn with, but then Caitlyn's still there. So
Yeah.
it's like, okay, what do you do now? Okay, let's make her have a thing with Chester. Who gives a fuck? No one cares.
Oh my gosh, I hated that.
Yeah, no one cares.
I mean,
no one.
Let's just talk about Chester then. Like while we're here,
He's an F tier
let's
character. He's
pretend
F as well. He's F. He's F.
Do you think so?
Well, I
wouldn't put him in F.
You have to put him in E if you're gonna put him somewhere. Like, because let's be honest, at a certain point, he's a Cisco replacement. He's a Cisco replacement.
Yeah.
There's no question about it. And the fact is, a lot of his storylines revolved around Allegra, and I didn't care at
Yeah.
all about that. I just didn't care.
That's
and like,
true.
and to me, like that shows you have no direction with this character because it's clearly a replacement for Cisco. And the fact is, you have nothing else to really say besides, oh, his dad died at one point. well, whoop-de-fucking-do. Everybody's parents die, and that's a lot of thing for characters. But did we really care? No.
Yeah.
Like, there has to be other things to care about a character besides, oh, he's a tech guy like Cisco. Okay, what else? His dad died. Okay, that's not an original thing to, like, it's not original. And the romantic shit, I'm sorry, it's boring. It's lazy.
He wasn't great. I still think, I personally would not say F. I do think he's a little bit better than F. I'd probably put him in like a D. Like a D. But I do like the people in D more than Chester, unfortunately. Well, probably not Sherlock. I probably like Sherlock and Chester around the same point. But like, you're right. No, you're fully right. And again, I think he is the best of the new cast. Like out of all the new people that kind of came along, I think he does work. And when they gave him stuff to actually do, he's great. Like I actually think when Cisco was there and when Chester and Cisco could like bounce off of each other, he was great. And then he left, and it's like, but what's left for him?
Exactly.
I don't know. He just needed more. I think if you gave him a couple more episodes to flesh him out a little bit, give him more. Like I think they tried because they gave him that whole like pacifist story, and I just didn't feel like that was enough to make me.
That just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree with this though. Like I do think he's a very likable character, and I think like that goes for something. Like I wouldn't say any of them in F are super likable. So I don't know. I'd probably say an E or an F. Taj, where are you kind of feeling with him?
He could go in like E or something.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. We have Henry Allen up here next.
I'd go A.
Next to Nora I would say B. Next to Nora.
Really?
Yeah.
We got more of them. That's one reason why I put him in A. I felt like
that's fair.
he was more
That's a fair
significant.
point. Yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah. I remember being very mad about how they kind of handled him in season 2. Like he was a great character, but I remember being like, oh, he's back. Oh, now he's leaving his son on a fishing trip. And it's like, you just came back. Don't you want to like stick around for a little bit? But
exactly. Yeah.
That frustrated me, but him as a character itself, I thought was amazing. Like I think some of the greatest moments from the show comes from Henry Allen. All those prison scenes where just Barry and Henry talking are just top tier for me.
So good. Yeah. So yeah, that's A's good if you don't do that. Yeah.
Or we have Ronnie. Good old Ronnie, man.
C.
Yeah, I was about to say because we barely got any of them really.
Yeah. It's like I love him when he's there. I think Ronnie comes more in fun, just like speculating him coming back. Like he's just one of those characters throughout the years. Like, okay, like how are they gonna bring back Ronnie? When are they gonna bring back Ronnie? And I loved it when they did bring back Ronnie. Like I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the Deathstorm storyline in theory. I'd probably agree with C. He's just kind of there. I liked him though when he was there. Like I liked his sacrifice. I liked what that meant for Barry and Caitlin in season 2. Firestorm as a character is just like inherently cool. So like I loved all like of his fight scenes in season 1, but I'm okay with C. I'm for sure okay with C. We have Ralph here. Pretty controversial character. I feel like people love him, people hate him, people are kind of mid on him.
It's kind of interesting. It's different because of the whole what happened to him. I would say C.
Yeah.
If we're like obviously pushing aside what went down with him and shit.
Yeah.
Just as a character, I would say C.
Yeah.
Because honestly, at times I'm like, you know.
Yeah. He's such an interesting one because I hated him throughout season 4. Like I just couldn't stand him as a character.
Yeah.
But I think once 4 was over and I could see the full journey, I was like, I actually really liked the journey they took him on. I actually do think he's one of the more consistent characters on the show. Like I think he had this really cool 3-season arc. And I would have liked to see them complete the arc. Like I always imagined like him getting married to Stu, him being able to look back on his life and be like, yes, you guys changed me as a person. And then he would have left the show. And if that was the case, I think I probably would have put him in like an A spot. But the fact that he does just kind of leave, it's hard to like justify that scene. I don't know. How are we feeling, Josh?
I would go C.
C? Okay, we can put C. I think I would personally put him in A, but I'm okay with C or B. I'm sorry, B. A's too much. A's too much. But I'd probably put him in C. Then we have Cisco.
Oh God.
I mean, look, Cisco is not a perfect character. There's been some issues with the character, but if you have to be honest, in terms of all the characters from this show,
that's true.
He deserves an A tier.
Yeah.
I think he deserves A. I know there are some issues. That's why he deserves the bottom of A. But he deserves A.
Yeah. I agree. Cisco's easily my favorite character. Like Cisco's he's just been my guy since the beginning.
Yeah, mine too.
Like he's had his issues. Like season 3 was kind of rough for Cisco. Like and I thought it was valid. Like I thought the way he was feeling was valid, but like that storyline was just kind of tough to watch for me. Just like 8 episodes of him brooding that Barry killed his brother was, a bit rough. Towards the end, they just simply did not have stuff to do with him. Like the Medicure stuff was rough. Like they did the whole Medicure thing, and I was like, oh, now it's Tekka vibe, and it's just like, but why'd you get rid of his powers? It's like I don't know. It's like all right, whatever. But I do think just due to his like iconicness on the show, A, just because he's Cisco. I think
it's like when you think about like if someone's like name a Flash character, you're probably gonna hear Barry and Cisco first.
Yeah. No. He's just that guy, and I think like I wish they knew when to let him go, because I think because it seemed like season 4 is when they were kind of hinting at the idea that maybe he might leave soon. So like I legitimately think if you do the whole like gypsy like breacher thing where he goes to Earth, 17, right? I think was like Gypsy Earth. He's like, all right, I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna marry Gypsy. I gotta leave the show because I got this new job. I think he's a much higher character, but I think it's that back and forth, just from I'm leaving, no, I'm not leaving. I'm getting rid of my powers. No, I'm back. It was a lot, but I still love Cisco. And then lastly, because I forgot this one too, Bart.
C.
Yeah.
I'll say high C.
Yeah.
Probably above Nora, honestly.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Bart. I think he's I think I like her more than Nora just because he didn't have the season 5-ness of that Nora did. Like Nora had an entire like 5th season that kind of put a bad taste in my mouth. And Nora, like
understandable.
Mouth. Like mouth. And I love the actor. Like I think he's such a joy. I enjoy Jordan Fisher in anything I can find him. Like I grew up on like his Disney Channel era, so like there's a joy. Like it was a joy when he was kind of coming in here and doing his stuff. And I wish he was in the final season. It was very like I understand.
It sucks that he wasn't. Yeah,
it was the. I would have liked to have seen it. Hero's Journey. Because they're not Flash characters, so we'll get to them. What's the next ranking going to be? I'm so sorry. Probably Arrow at some point. Maybe we'll do Arrow just to go in order. Why am I?
Well, I gotta be here for that because I'm controversial.
Well, you're right, Connor. Let's just put them all the way up there to make.
Oh
make
God damn it!
happy.
Don't you? Oh God, I hate. This.
Wait.
Well, thank you, everybody.
I hate this timeline. So much.
But yeah, that's oh my gosh, I got it. It's fine. But yeah, that's all we have today. That's our what's happening?
What the fuck are you doing?
I don't know. No, I want to Thank you to Chainsaw and Taj for hanging with me. This was a fun stream. Thank you for Lance that was here earlier. Thank you everyone that's been on the chat. We've had a wild chat today. I want to shout out Exit Over Here was here. Heroes Journey was here. Comics Nation was here. We had a lot of people here today, so thank you everyone who stopped in throughout. Lance was here. I don't know who that guy is. Ray was here. Darth Chosen was here. Noah was here. Thank you everyone who popped in and was chatting with us for a while. It's always just a pleasure to chat with these gentlemen. Guys, do you guys have anything that you want to shout out and promo? Are you guys working on anything you want to be like, yo? Either one of you?
Working on just trying to survive on YouTube and full-time job, fun stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Adult stuff.
Adult shit. Yeah.
Adult stuff.
Trying to buy a house. Yeah, I feel that. I started that process, so we'll see how that goes and stuff. And
hell yeah.
Writing my Supergirl fanfic,
Oh. Well, make sure to tag us when you're all done with that. No,
I want to tag everybody. Don't you worry.
But make sure you're checking out both Chainsaw Reacts and Taj Reacts' reactions to stuff. I don't know. I'm always watching new stuff.
Thank you.
And go check out Lance's channel as well. Me and Taj, and sometimes Chainsaw are over there every Tuesday, but Tuesdays.
That Black Lightning motherfucker. No.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see y'all on the flip side. Bye-bye.
Bye.